Good evening. Welcome to Lumina Theatre Group's presentation of Twelfth Night by William Shakespeare. The play will last approximately 90 minutes with one 5-minute intermission. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy tonight's performance of Twelfth Night.
If music be the food of love, play on. Give me excess of it, that surfeiting the appetite may sicken and so die. That strain again. It had a dying fall. Oh, it came o'er my ear like the sweet sound that breathes upon a bank of violets, stealing and giving odor. Enough. No more. It is not so sweet now as it was before. Oh, when my eyes did see Olivia first, that instant was I turned into a hart, and my desires like fell and cruel hounds ere since pursue me. How now? What news from her?
So please, my lord, I might not be admitted, but from her handmaid do return this answer. The element itself till 10 years heat shall not behold her face in ample view. But like a cloistress, she veiled walk and water once a day her chamber round with eye-offending brine. All this to season a brother's dead love, which she would keep fresh and lasting in her sad remembrance.
Oh, she hath that heart of that fine frame to pay this debt of love to a brother. And how will she love when liver, brain, and heart, these sovereign thrones are all supplied and filled her sweet perfections with one self-king? Ah, away before me to sweet beds of flowers, love thoughts lie rich when canopied with bowers.
What country, friends, is this?
This is Illyria, lady.
And what should I do in Illyria? My brother, he is in Elysium. Perchance he is not drowned. But what think you, sailors?
It is perchance that you yourself were saved.
Oh, my poor brother. And so perchance may he be.
True, madam, and to comfort you with chance, assure yourself, after our ship did split, I saw your brother bind himself to a strong mast that lived upon the sea, where, like Orion on the dolphin's back, I saw him hold acquaintance with the waves so long as I could see.
For saying so, there's gold. Knowest thou this country?
Aye, madam, well, for I was born and bred not 3 hours' travel from this very place.
Who governs here?
Oh, a noble duke, in nature as in name.
What is the name?
Orsino.
Orsino. I have heard my father name him. He was a bachelor then.
And so is now, or was so very late, for but a month ago I went from hence, and then 'twas fresh in murmur that he did seek the love of fair Olivia.
What's she?
Well, a virtuous maid, the daughter of a count that died some 12 months since, then leaving her in the protection of his son, her brother, who shortly also died. For whose dear love, they say, she hath abjured the company and sight of men.
There is fair behavior in me, Captain. I prithee, and I'll pay thee bounteously. Conceal me what I am, and be my aid for such disguise as haply shall become the form of my intent. I'll serve this duke. What else may hap to time I will commit. Only shape thou thy silence to my wit.
My tongue blabs, then let mine eyes not see.
I thank thee. Lead me on.
What a plague means my niece to take the death of her brother thus? I am sure care's an enemy to life.
By my troth, Sir Toby, you must come in earlier nights. The cousin, my lady, takes great exception to your ill hours. You must confine yourself within the modest limits of order. That quaffing and drinking will undo you. I heard my lady talk of it yesterday. And of a foolish knight that you brought in one night to be her wooer.
Who, Sir Andrew Aguecheek?
Aye, he.
Why, he has 3,000 ducats a year.
Aye, but he'll have but a year in all these ducats. He's a very fool and a prodigal.
Fie that you'll say so. He hath all the good gifts of nature.
He hath indeed, almost natural. For besides that, he's a fool. He's a great quarreller. And, but that he hath the gift of a coward to allay the gust he hath in quarrelling, 'tis thought among the prudent he would quickly have the gift of a grave.
What, wench? Here comes Sir Andrew Angleface.
Toby Belch. How now, Sir Toby Belch?
Sweet Sir Andrew.
Bless you, fair shrew.
And you too, sir.
Accost, Sir Andrew, accost.
What's that?
My niece's chambermaid.
Good Mistress Accost. I desire better acquaintance.
My name
You
is
must-
Mary, sir.
Oh, good Mistress Mary Accost.
You mistake, knight. Accost is front her, board her, woo her, assail her.
I'm a child I would not undertake her in this company. Is that the meaning of accost?
Fare you well, gentlemen.
Oh, knight, when did I see thee so put down?
Never in your life. Methinks sometimes I have no more wit than a Christian or any ordinary man has. But I am a great eater of beef, and I believe that does harm to my wit.
No question.
And I thought that I'd forswear it. I'll ride home tomorrow, Sir Toby.
Pourquoi, my dear knight?
Oh, what is pourquoi? Do or do not? I would I had bestowed that time in the tongues that I have in fencing, dancing, bear baiting. Faith, I'll home tomorrow, Sir Toby. Your niece will not be seen, or if she be, it's 4 to 1 she'll none of me. The Count himself, here hard by woos her.
She'll none of account. She'll not match above her degree, neither in estate, years, nor wit. I have heard her swear it. Tut, there's life in it, man.
I'll stay a month longer.
Ah.
I am a fellow of the strangest mind in the world. I delight in masks and revels sometimes altogether. Shall we set about some revels?
What shall we do else?
Aha!
Paper. Higher!
Ah!
Excellent.
If the Duke continues these favors toward you, Cesario, you are likely to be much advanced. He hath known you but 3 days, and already you are no stranger.
Here comes the Count.
Who saw Cesario ho?
On your attendance, my lord, here.
Stand you a while aloof. Cesario, thou knowest no less but all. I have enclasped to thee the book even of my secret soul, and therefore, good youth, address thy gate unto her. Be not denied access, stand at her doors, and tell them, there thy fixed foot shall grow till thou have audience.
Sure, my noble lord, if she be so abandoned to her sorrow as it is spoke, she will never admit me.
Be clamorous and leap all civil bounds rather than make unprofited return.
Say I do speak with her, my lord. What then?
Oh, then unfold the passion of my love. It shall become thee well to act my woes.
I think not so, my lord.
Dear lad, believe it, for they shall yet belie thy happy years that say thou art a man. Diana's lip is not more smooth and rubious. Thy small pipe is as a maiden's organ, shrill and sound, and all is semblative of a woman's part. I know thy constellation is right apt for this affair. Prosper well in this, and thou shalt live as freely as thy lord, to call his fortunes thine.
I'll do my best to woo your lady. Yet, a barful strife, whoe'er I woo myself would be his wife.
Nay, tell me where thou hast been. You'll be hanged for being so long absent, or to be turned away. Is that not as good as a hanging to you?
Many a good hanging prevents a bad marriage. And for turning away, let summer bear it out. Well, go thy way. If Sir Toby would leave drinking, thou art as witty a piece of Eve's flesh as any in Illyria.
Peace, you rogue, no more of that. Here comes my lady. Make your excuse wisely. You were best.
Wit, and it be thy will. And a good fooling. Those wits that think they have thee do very oft prove fools, and I that am sure I lack thee may pass for a wise man. For better a witty fool than a foolish wit. God bless thee, lady.
Take the fool away.
Do not hear, fellows? Take away the lady.
Go to, you're a dry fool. I'll no more of you. Besides, you grow dishonest.
Two faults, Madonna, that drink and good counsel will amend. For give the dry fool drink, then is the fool not dry. Bid the dishonest man mend himself. If he mend, he is no longer dishonest. The lady bade take away the fool, therefore I say again, take her away.
Sir, I bade them take away you.
Misprision in the highest degree. Good Madonna, give me leave to prove you a fool.
Can you do it?
Dexterously, good Madonna.
Make your proof.
I must catechize you for it, Madonna. Good my mouse of virtue, answer me.
Well, sir, for want of other idleness, I'll bide your proof.
Good Madonna, why mournest thou?
Good fool, for my brother's death.
I think his soul is in hell, Madonna.
I know his soul is in heaven, fool.
The more fool, Madonna, to mourn for your brother's soul being in heaven. Take away the fool, gentlemen.
What think you of this fool, Malvolio? Doth he not mend?
Yes, and shall do to the pangs of death shake him. Infirmity that decays the wise doth ever make the better fool.
God send you, sir, a speedy infirmity for the better increasing your folly.
How say you to that, Malvolio?
I marvel your ladyship takes delight in such a barren rascal. I saw him put down the other day with an ordinary fool that has no more brains than a stone. Look you now, he's out of his guard. Unless you laugh and minister occasion to him, he is gagged. I protest, I take these wise men that crow so at these set kind of fools no better than the fool's zanies.
Oh, you are sick of self-love, Malvolio, and taste with a distempered appetite. There is no slander in an allowed fool, though he do nothing but rail.
Now Mercury endue thee with lying, for thou speakst well of fools.
Madam, there is at the gate a young gentleman much desires to speak with you.
From the Count Orsino, is it?
I know not, madam. 'Tis a fair young man and well attended.
Who of my people hold him in delay?
Sir Toby, madam, your kinsman.
Fetch him off, I pray you. He speaks nothing but madman. Oh, fie on him. Go you, Malvolio, if it be a suit from the Count. I am sick, or not at home. What you will to dismiss it. Now you see, sir, how your fooling grows old, and people dislike it.
Thou hast spoke for us, Madonna, as if thy eldest son should be a fool. For here he comes. One of thy kin has a most weak pia mater.
By mine honor, half drunk. What is he at the gate, cousin?
A gentleman.
A gentleman. What gentleman?
It is a gentleman here. A plague of these pickle herring. Ha! How now, Sloth?
Good Sir Toby.
Cousin, how have you come so early by this lethargy?
Lechery? I defy lechery. There's one at the gate.
Ay, Mary, what is he?
Let him be the devil, and he will. I care not. Give me faith, say I. Well, it's all one.
What's a drunken man like, fool?
Like a drowned man, a fool, and a madman. One draft above heat makes him a fool, the second mads him, and the third drowns him.
He's in the third degree of drink. He's drowned. Go, look after him.
Oh, he is but mad yet, Madonna, and the fool shall look to the madman.
Madam, yond young fellow swears he will speak with you. I told him you were sick. He takes on him to understand so much and therefore comes to speak with you. I told him you were asleep. He seems to have a foreknowledge of that too, and therefore comes to speak with you. What is to be said to him, lady? He is fortified against any denial.
Tell him he shall not speak with me.
He has been told so, and he says he'll stand at your door like the supporter to a bench, but he'll speak with you.
What kind of man is he?
Why, of mankind.
What manner of man?
Of very ill manner. He'll speak with you, will you or no?
What personage and years is he?
Not yet old enough for a man, nor young enough for a boy. 'Tis with him in standing water between boy and man. He is very well favored, and he speaks very shrewishly, One would think his mother's milk was scarce out of him.
Let him approach. Call in my gentlewoman.
Gentlewoman, my lady calls.
Give me my veil. Come, throw it o'er my face. We'll once more hear Orsino's embassy.
The honorable lady of the house, which is she?
Speak to me, I shall answer for her. Your will?
Most radiant, exquisite, and unmatchable beauty. I pray you, tell me if this be the lady of the house, for I never saw her. I would be loath to cast away my speech, for besides that it is excellently well penned, I have taken great pains to coin it. Good beauties, let me sustain no scorn. I am very compatible, even to the least sinister usage.
Whence came you, sir?
I can say little more than I have studied, and that question's out of my part. Good gentlewoman, give me modest assurance if you be the lady of the house, that I may proceed in my speech.
Are you a comedian?
No, my profound heart. And yet, by the very fangs of malice, I swear I am not that I play. Are you the lady of the house?
If I do not usurp myself, I am.
Most certain, if you are she, you do usurp yourself. For what is yours to bestow is not yours to reserve. But this is from my commission. I will on with my speech in your praise and then show you the heart of my message.
Come to what is important in it. I forgive you the praise.
Alas, I took great pains to study it, and 'tis poetical.
It is the more like to be feigned. I pray you keep it in. I heard you were saucy at my gates, and allowed your approach rather to wonder at you than to hear you. If you be not mad, be gone. If you have reason, be brief.
Will you hoist sail, sir? Here lies your way.
No, good swabber, I am to hull here a little longer.
Speak your office.
It alone concerns your ear.
Yet you began rudely. What are you? What would you?
The rudeness that hath appeared in me have I learned from my entertainment. What I am and what I would are as secret as maidenhead. To your ears, divinity. To any other's, profanation.
Give us the place alone. We will hear this divinity.
Good madam, let me see your face.
Have you any commission from your lord to negotiate with my face? But we will draw the curtain and show you the picture. Look you, sir, such a one I was this present. Is it not well done?
Excellently done, if God did all.
'Tis in grain, sir. 'Twill endure wind and weather.
'Tis beauty truly blent, whose red and white nature's own sweet and cunning hand laid on. Lady, you are the cruelest she alive if you will lead these graces to the grave and leave the world no copy.
Sir, I will not be so hard-hearted. I will give out diverse schedules of my beauty. It shall be inventoried. As item 2 lips, indifferent red. Item 2 gray eyes with lids to them. Item 1 neck, 1 chin, and so forth. Were you sent hither to praise me?
I see what you are. You are too proud. But if you were the devil, you are fair. My lord and master loves you. Oh, such love could be but recompensed, though you were crowned the nonpareil of beauty.
How does he love me?
With adorations, fertile tears, with groans that thunder love, with sighs of fire.
Your lord does know my mind. I cannot love him. Yet I suppose him virtuous, know him noble, of great estate, of fresh and stainless youth, a gracious person, but yet I cannot love him. He might have took his answer long ago.
If I did love you in my master's flame with such a suffering, such a deadly life, in your denial I would find no sense. I would not understand it.
Why? What would you?
Make me a willow cabin at your gate, and call upon my soul within the house. Write loyal cantons of contemned love and sing them loud even in the dead of night. Halloo your name to the reverberate hills and make the babbling gossip of the air cry out, Olivia! Oh, you should not rest between the elements of air and earth, but you should pity me.
You might do much. What is your parentage?
Above my fortunes, yet my state is well. I am a gentleman.
Get you to your lord. I cannot love him. Let him send no more. Unless perchance you come to me again to tell me how he takes it. Fare you well. I thank you for your pains. Spend this for me.
I am no feed post, lady. Keep your purse. My master, not myself, lacks recompense. Love makes his heart a flint that you shall love, and let your fervor, like my master's, be placed in contempt. Farewell, fair cruelty.
What is your parentage? Above my fortunes, yet my state is well. I am a gentleman. I'll be sworn thou art. Not too fast. Soft, soft. How now? Even so quickly may one catch the plague. Methinks I feel this youth's perfections with an invisible and subtle stealth to creep in at mine eyes. Well, let it be. What ho, Malvolio!
Here, madam, at your service.
Run after that same peevish messenger, the count's man. He left his ring behind him. Would I or not, tell him I'll none of it. If that the youth will come this way tomorrow, I'll give him reasons for it. Hie thee, Malvolio.
Madam, I will.
I know not what, and fear to find mine eye too great a flatterer for my mind. Fate, show thy force. Ourselves we do not owe. What is decreed must be, and be this so.
Will you stay no longer? No, will you not that I go with you?
By your patience, no. My stars shine darkly o'er me. The malignancy of my fate might perhaps distemper yours. Therefore, I shall crave of you your leave that I may bear my evils alone. It were a bad recompense for your love to lay any of them on you.
Let me yet know whither you are bound.
No, sooth, sir, but it charges me in manners to express myself. You must know of me then, Antonio. My name is Sebastian. My father was that Sebastian of Messaline, whom I know you have heard of. He left behind him myself and a sister, both born in an hour. If the heavens had been pleased, would we had so ended. But you, sir, altered that. For some hour before you took me from the breach of the sea was my sister drowned.
Alas, the day.
A sister, sir, though it was said she much resembled me, was yet of many accounted beautiful. And thus far I will boldly publish her. She bore a mind that envy could not but call fair. She is drowned already, sir, with salt water, though I seem to drown her remembrance again with more.
Pardon me, sir, your bad entertainment.
Oh, good Antonio, forgive me your trouble.
If you would not murder me for my love, let me be your servant.
If you will not undo what you have done, that is, kill him who you have recovered, desire it not. I am bound to the Count Orsino's court. Farewell.
The gentleness of all the gods go with thee. I have many enemies in Orsino's court, else I would very shortly see thee there. But come what may, I do adore thee so that danger shall seem sport, and I will go.
Were you not even now with the Countess Olivia?
Even now, sir, on a moderate pace I have since arrived but hither.
As she returns this ring to you, sir, you might have saved me my pains to have it taken away yourself. She adds, moreover, that you should put your lord into a desperate assurance she will none of him. And one more thing, that you be never so hardy to come again into his affairs, unless it be to report your lord's taking of this. Receive it so.
She took the ring of me. I'll none of it.
Come, sir, you peevishly threw it to her, and her will is it should be so returned. If it be worth stooping for, there it lies in your eye. If not, be it his that finds it.
I left no ring with her. What means this lady? Fortune forbid my outside have not charmed her. She made good view of me. Indeed, so much that sure methought her eyes had lost her tongue, for she did speak in starts, distractedly. She loves me, sure. Oh, the cunning of her passion invites me in this churlish messenger. None of my lord's ring. Why, he sent her none. I am the man. If it be so, as 'tis, poor lady, she were better love a dream. Oh, disguise, I see thou art a wickedness, wherein the pregnant enemy does much. How will this fadge? Oh, my master loves her dearly, and I, poor monster, fond as much on him. And she, mistaken, seems to dote on me. What will become of this? As I am man, my estate is desperate for my master's love. As I am woman, oh, now alas the day, what thriftless sighs shall poor Olivia breathe? Oh, time, thou must untangle this, not I. It is too hard a knot for me to untie.
Approach, Sir Andrew. To be up after midnight and to go to bed then is early, so that to go to bed after midnight is to go to bed betimes. Does not our life consist of the 4 elements?
Faith, they say so, but I think it rather consists of eating and drinking.
Thou art a scholar. Let us therefore eat and drink.
Aha! Here comes the fool, Faith.
How now, my hearts?
Welcome, ass. Now let's have a catch.
By my troth, the fool has an excellent breast. I had rather than 40 shillings I had such a leg and so sweet a breath to sing as the fool has. Now, a song.
Come on, there is 6pence for you. Let's have a song.
By my troth, there's a testrel of me too. If one night gives...
Would you have a love song or a song of good life?
A love song, a love song.
Aye, I care not for a good life.
Oh, mistress mine, where are you roaming? Oh, mistress mine, where are you roaming? Oh, stay and hear your true love's coming. Oh, stay and hear your true love's coming, that can sing both high and low. Trip no further, pretty sweeting, journeys and in lovers meeting, every wise man's son doth know.
A mellifluous voice, as I am a true knight.
Contagious breath.
Very sweet and contagious, faith.
But shall we make the welkin dance indeed? Shall we rouse the night owl in a catch?
Most certain. Let our catch be thou knave.
Hold thy peace, thou knave knight. I shall be constrained in it to call thee knave knight.
'Tis not the first time I have been constrained to one to call me knave. Begin, fool. It begins. Hold thy peace.
I shall never begin if I hold my peace.
Come, good faith, come, begin.
Hold thy peace, thou knave.
Hold thy peace, thou knave. Hold thy peace, thou knave. Hold thy peace, thou knave.
Molly, do you keep here? If my lady have not called up her steward, Malvolio, and bid him turn you out of doors, never trust me.
Am not I consanguineous? Am not I of her blood? Tilly Valley, lady, there dwelt a man in Babylon, lady.
Shrew me, the knight's an admirable fooling.
Aye, he does well enough if he be disposed. And so do I too. He does it with a better grace, but I do it more natural.
On the 12th day of December.
For the love of God, peace.
Aye, masters! Are you mad? Or what are you? Have you no wit, manners, nor honesty, but to gabble like tinkers at this time of night? Do ye make an alehouse of my lady's house, that ye squeak out your coziest catches without any mitigation or remorse of voice? Is there no respect of place, persons, nor time in you.
We did keep time, sir, in our catches. Snack up.
Sir Toby, I must be round with you.
Hmm.
My lady bade me tell you that though she harbors you as her kinsman, she's nothing allied to your disorders. If you can separate yourself and your misdemeanors, you are welcome to the house. If not, and it would please you to take leave of her, she is very willing to bid you farewell.
Farewell, dear heart, since I must needs be gone.
Hey, good Sir Toby.
His eyes do show his days are almost done.
Is it even so?
But I will never die.
The Toby that you lie.
This is much credit to you.
Shall I bid him go?
What and if you do?
Shall I bid him go and spare not?
Oh, no, 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 you dare not.
Out of tune, sir, ye lie. Art any more than a steward? Dost thou think, because thou art virtuous, there shall be no more cakes and ale?
Yes, by St. Anne, and ginger shall be hot in the mouth too.
Thou to the right. Go, sir. Rub your chain with crumbs. A stoup of wine, Maria.
Mistress Mary, if you prized my lady's favor at anything more than contempt, you would not give means for this uncivil rule. She shall know of it by this hand.
Shake your ears.
Oh, 'twere as good a deed as to drink when a man's a-hungry, to challenge him the field, and then to break promise with him and make a fool of him.
Go at night. I'll write thee a challenge.
Sweet Sir Toby, be patient for tonight. Since the youth of the Count's was today with the lady, she is much out of quiet. For Monsieur Malvolio, let me alone with him. If I do not gull him into a nay-word and make him a common recreation, do not think I have wit enough to lie straight in my bed. I know I can do it.
Possess us, tell us something.
Marry, sir, sometimes he is a kind of Puritan.
Oh, if I thought that, I'd beat him like a dog.
What, for being a Puritan? Thy exquisite reason, dear knight.
Oh, I have no exquisite reason for it, but I have reason good enough.
The devil a Puritan that he is, or anything constantly, but a time pleaser, an affectioned ass, the best persuaded of himself, so crammed as he thinks with excellencies that it is his grounds of faith that all that look on him love him, and on that vice in him will my revenge find notable cause to work.
What wilt thou do?
I will drop in his way some obscure epistles of love, wherein he shall find himself most feelingly personated. I can write very like my lady, your niece. On a forgotten matter, we can hardly make distinction of our hands.
Excellent! I smell a device!
I have it in my nose too.
He shall think, by the letters that thou wilt drop, that they come from my niece, and that she's in love with him.
My purpose is indeed a horse of that color.
And your horse now would make him an ass.
Ass, I doubt not.
Oh, 'twill be admirable.
Sport royal, I warrant you. I know my physic will work with him. I will plant you too where he shall find the letter. Observe his construction of it. For this night to bed and dream on the event. Farewell.
Good night, Penthesilea.
Ah, before me, she's a good wench.
She's a beagle, true bred, and one that adores me. What of that?
I was adored once too.
Let's to bed, knight. Thou hadst need send for more money.
Oh, if I cannot recover your niece, I am a foul way out.
Send for more money, knight.
Ah, and if I do not, never trust me. Take it how you will.
Come, come. I'll go burn some sack. It's too late to go to bed now. Come, knight. Come, knight.
Come hither, boy. If ever thou shalt love, in the sweet pangs of it, remember me. For such as I am, all true lovers are, unstayed and skittish in all the motions, save in the constant image of the creature that is beloved. How dost thou like this tune?
It gives a very echo to the seat where love is throned.
Thou dost speak masterly. My life upon it, young though thou art, thine eye hath stayed upon some favors that it loves, hath it not, boy?
A little by your favor.
Oh, what kind of woman is?
Of your complexion.
She's not worth thee then. What years of faith?
About your years, my lord.
Oh, too old by heaven. Let still the woman take an elder than herself. So wears she to him, so sways she level in her husband's heart. For boy, however we do praise ourselves, our fancies are more giddy and unfirm, more longing, wavering, sooner lost and worn than woman's are.
I think it well, my lord.
Then let thy love be younger than thyself, or thy affection cannot hold the bent. For women are as roses, whose fair flower once displayed doth fall that very hour.
And so they are. Alas, that they are so, to die even when they to perfection grow.
Once more, Cesario, get thee to yon same sovereign cruelty.
But if she cannot love you, sir.
I cannot so be answer it.
Sooth, but you must. Say that some lady, as perhaps there is, hath for your love as great a pang of heart as you have for Olivia. You cannot love her, you tell her so. Must she not then be answered?
There is no woman's sides can bide the beating of so strong a passion as love doth give my heart. No woman's heart so big to hold so much, they lack retention. Alas, their love may be called appetite, no motion of the liver, but the palate that suffers surfeit, cloyment, and revolt. But mine is all as hungry as the sea, and can digest as much. Make no compare between that love a woman can bear me, and that I owe Olivia.
But I know.
What dost thou know?
Too well what love women to men may owe. In faith, they are as true of heart as we. My father had a daughter, loved a man. As it might be, perhaps, were I a woman, I should your lordship.
And what's her history?
A blank, my lord. She never told her love, but let concealment, like a worm in the bud, feed on her damask cheek. She pined in thought, and with a green and yellow melancholy she sat, like patience on a monument, smiling at grief. Was not this love indeed? We men may say more, swear more, but indeed our shows are more than will, for still we prove much in our vows, but little in our love.
But died thy sister of her love, my boy?
I am all the daughters of my father's house, and all the sons, all the brothers too, and yet I know not. Sir, shall I to this lady?
That's the theme. To her in haste, give her this jewel and say, my love can give no peace, bide no denay.
Come thy ways, Signor Fabian.
Hey, I'll come. If I lose a scruple of this sport, let me be boiled to death with melancholy.
Wouldst thou not be glad to have the rascally sheep-biter come by some notable shame?
I would exalt, man. You know, he brought me out of favor with my lady about a bear baiting here.
To anger him, we'll have the bear again, shall we not, Sir Andrew?
And we do not, it is pity on our lives.
Here comes the little villain.
Get ye all three into the box tree. Malvolio's coming down this walk. He has been yonder in the sun, practicing behavior to his own shadow this half hour. Observe him, for the love of mockery, for I know this letter will make a contemplative idiot of him. Close in the name of jesting. Lie thou there, for here comes the trout that must be caught with tickling.
His but fortune, all is fortune. Maria once told me she did affect me, and I have heard herself come thus near that, should she fancy, it should be one of my complexion. Besides, she uses me with a more exalted respect than anyone else that follows her. What should I think on it?
Oh, I could so beat the rogue. Peace, I say.
To be Count Malvolio.
Ah, rogue! Oh, pistol him, pistol him!
Oh, peace! He now he's deeply in. Look how imagination blows him.
Having been 3 months married to her, sitting in my state,
Oh, for a stone bow to hit him in the eye!
calling my officers about me in my branched velvet gown, having come from a daybed where I have left Olivia sleeping.
Fire and brimstone!
Oh, peace, peace.
And then to have the humor of state, and after a demure travel of regard, telling them I know my place as I would they should do theirs. 2 for my kinsman Toby.
Bolts and shackles!
7 of my people, with an obedient start, make out for him. I frown the while, and perchance wind up my watch or play with some rich jewel. Toby approaches, courtesies there to me.
Shall this fellow live?
I extend my hand to him thus, quenching my familiar smile with an austere regard of control.
And does not Toby take you a blow of the lips then?
Saying, cousin Toby, my fortunes having cast me on your niece, give me this prerogative of speech.
What?
You must amend your drunkenness.
Ah, scab!
Be patient, or we break the sinews of our plot.
Besides, you waste the treasure of your time with a foolish knight.
Oh, that's me, I warrant you.
One Sir Andrew.
I knew it was I, for many do call me fool.
What have we here?
Now is the woodcock near the gin.
By my life, this is my lady's hand. These be her very C's, her U's, and her T's, and thus makes she her great P's. It is in contempt of question her hand.
Her C's, her U's, her T's, why's that?
To the unknown beloved, this in my good wishes, her very phrases. 'Tis my lady. To whom should this be?
This wins him liver and all.
Jove knows I love, but who? Lips do not move, no man must know. No man must know, what follows? No man must know. If this should be thee, Malvolio, I may command where I adore, but silence like a Lucrece knife with bloodless stroke my heart doth gore. M-O-A-I doth sway my life.
Excellent wench, I say.
M-O-A-I doth sway my life. Let me see. I may command where I adore. Why? She may command me. I serve her, she is my lady. Why, this is evident to any formal capacity. There is no obstruction in this. And the end, what should I make of this alphabetical position portend? If I can make that resemble something in me. Mo-way-I. M. Malvolio. Why, that begins my name.
Would I not say he would work it out?
M. But then there is no constancy in the sequel. A should follow, but O does.
And O shall end, I hope.
M-O-A-I. The simulation is not as the former. And yet, to crush this a little, it would bow to me, for every one of these letters are in my name. Soft, here follows prose. If this fall into thy hand revolve, in my stars I am above thee, but be not afraid of greatness. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. Thy fates open their hands, and to inure thyself to what thou art like to be, cast thy humble slough and appear fresh. Be opposite with a kinsman, surly with servants. She thus advises thee that sighs for thee. Remember who commanded thy yellow stockings, and wish to see thee ever cross-gartered. I say, remember. Go to, thou art made, if thou desirest to be so. If not, let me see thee a steward still, the fellow of servants, and not worthy to touch fortune's fingers. Farewell. She that would alter service with thee, the fortunate unhappy. Daylight discovers not more. This is open. I will be proud. I will baffle Sir Toby. I will wash off gross acquaintance. I will be point devise the very man. I do not now fool myself to let imagine jade me, for every reason excites to this, that my lady loves me. She did command my yellow stockings of late. She did praise my leg being cross-gartered, and in this she manifests herself to my love. I thank my stars, I am happy. I will be strange, stout, in yellow stockings, and cross-gartered, even with the swiftness of a putting on. Jove and my stars be praised. Here yet is a postscript. Thou canst not choose, but know who I am. If thou entertainest my love, let it appear in thy smiling. Thy smiles become thee well. Therefore, in my presence still smile. Dear my sweet, I prithee. Jove, I thank thee. I will smile. I will do everything that thou wilt have on me.
I would not give my part in this sport for a pension of thousands.
I could marry this wench for this device.
Oh, so could I too.
And ask no other dowry with her, but such just another jest.
Oh, nor I neither.
Here comes my noble gull catcher.
Wilt thou set thy foot on my neck?
Or am I neither.
Why, thou hast put him in such a dream that when the image of it leaves him, he must run mad.
Hey, but say true. Does it work upon him?
Like aquavita with a midwife.
If you will then see the fruits of the sport, mark his first approach before my lady. He will come to her in yellow stockings, and 'tis a color she abhors, and cross-gartered, a fashion she detests, and he will smile upon her, which will now be so unsuitable to her disposition, being addicted to melancholy, as she is, that it cannot but turn him into a notable contempt. If you will see it, follow me.
To the gates of Tartar, thou most excellent devil of wit.
I'll make one too.
Save thee, friend, and thy music. Dost thou live by thy tabor?
No, sir, I live by the church.
Art thou a churchman?
Oh, no such matter, sir. I do live by the church, for I do live at my house, and my house doth stand by the church.
So thou mayest say the king lies by a beggar, if a beggar dwell near him.
You have said, sir, to see this age, a sentence is like a cheverel glove to a good wit. How quickly the wrong side may be turned outward.
Are not thou the Lady Olivia's fool?
No, indeed, sir. The Lady Olivia has no folly. She will keep no fool, sir, till she be married. And fools are as like husbands as pilchards are to herrings. The husband's the bigger. I am indeed not a fool, but her corrupter of words.
I saw thee late at the Count Orsino's.
Foolery, sir, doth walk about the orb like the sun. It shines everywhere. I would be sorry, sir, but the fool should be as oft with your master as with my mistress. I think I saw your wisdom there.
Nay, and thou pass upon me, I'll no more with thee. Hold, there's expenses for thee.
Ooh, now Jove, in his next commodity of hair, send thee a beard.
By my troth, I'll tell thee, I am almost sick for one. Though I would not have it grow on my chin. Is the lady within?
My lady is within, sir. I will construe to her whence you come, who you are, and what you would are out of my welkin. I might say element, but the word is overworn.
This fellow is wise enough to play the fool, and to do that well craves a kind of wit.
Save you, gentlemen.
And you, sir?
Je vous garde, monsieur.
Êtes-vous aussi votre serviteur?
I hope so you are, and I am yours.
Oh, most excellent, accomplished lady, the heavens rain odors on you.
Youth's a rare courtier. Rain odors. Well,
My matter hath no voice, lady, but to your own most pregnant and vouchsafed ear.
odors. Pregnant? Vouchsafed? I'll get all three already.
Let the garden door be shut and leave me to my hearing. Give me your hand, sir.
My duty, madam, and most humble service.
What is your name?
Cesario is your servant's name, fair princess.
My servant, sir. Your servant to the Count Orsino, youth.
And he is yours, and his must needs be yours. Your servant's servant is your servant, madam.
For him, I think not on him. His thoughts, would they were blanks rather than filled with me.
Madam, I come to whet your gentle thoughts on his behalf.
Oh, by your leave, I pray you. I bade you never speak again of him. But would you undertake another suit? I had rather hear you to solicit that than music from the spheres.
Dear lady.
Give me leave, I beseech you. I did send, after the last enchantment you did here, a ring in chase of you. So did I abuse myself, my servant, and I fear me you. Under your hard construction must I sit, to force that on you, in a shameful cunning, which you knew none of yours. What might you think?
I pity you.
That's a degree to love.
No, not a grise, for 'tis a vulgar proof that very oft we pity enemies.
Why then, methinks 'tis time to smile again. If one should be a prey, how much the better to fall before the lion than the wolf. The clock upbraids me with the waste of time. Be not afraid, good youth, I will not have you. And yet, when wit and youth is come to harvest, your wife is alike to reap a proper man. There lies your way, due west.
Then westward ho! Grace and good disposition attend your ladyship. You'll nothing, madam, to my lord by me?
Stay, I prithee. Tell me what thou thinkst of me.
That you do think you are not what you are.
Think so. I think the same of you.
Then you think right. I am not what I am.
I would you were as I would have you be.
Would it be better, madam, than I am? I wish it might, for now I am your fool.
Oh, what a deal of scorn looks beautiful in the contempt and anger of his lip. Cesario, by the roses of the spring, by maidhood, honor, truth, and everything, I love thee so, that, maugre all thy pride, nor wit, nor reason can my passion hide.
By innocence, I swear, and by my youth I have one heart, one bosom, and one truth, and that no woman has, nor never none shall be mistress of it save I alone. And so adieu, good madam. Nevermore will I my master's tears to you deplore.
Yet come again, for thou perhaps mayst move that heart, which now abhors to like his love.
There will now be an intermission of 5 minutes. And now, Act 2 of Twelfth Night.
No, faith, I'll not stay a jot longer.
Thy reason, dear Venom, give thy reason.
You must needs yield your reason, Sir Andrew.
Mary, I saw your niece do more favor to the Count's serving man than ever she bestowed upon me. I saw it in the orchard.
Did she see thee the while, old boy? Tell me that.
As plain as I see you now.
This was a great argument of love in her towards you.
What slight will you make an ass of me?
I will prove it legitimate, sir, upon the oaths of judgment and reason.
And they have been grand jurymen since before Noah was a sailor.
He did show favor to the youth in your sight, only to exasperate you, to awake your dormouse valor, to put fire in your heart and brimstone in your liver.
You should have accosted her, and with some excellent jests, fire new from the mint, you should have banged the youth into dumbness. This was looked for at your hand, and this was balked. The double guilt of this opportunity you let time wash off, and you are now sailed into the north of my lady's opinion, where you will hang like an icicle on a Dutchman's beard until you do redeem it by some laudable attempt at either valor or policy.
Ah, and be anyway, it must be with valor. For policy I hate.
Why then, challenge me, the Count's youth, to fight with him. Hurt him in 11 places, my niece shall take note of it.
There is no way but this, Sir Andrew.
Oh, will either of you bear a challenge to him?
Go, write it in a martial hand. Be crisp and brief. It is no matter how witty, so it be eloquent and full of invention. Taunt him with the license of ink. If thou steam some thrice, it shall not be amiss, and as many lies as will lie in thy sheet of paper. Set him down. Go about it. Now let there be gall enough in thy ink, thou write with a goose pen. No matter. About it.
Oh, where shall I find you?
We'll call thee. Go.
This is a dear mankin to you, Sir Toby.
I have been dear to him, lad. Some 2,000 strong or no.
Shall we have a rare letter from him, but you'll not deliver it?
Never trust me then, and by all means, stir on the youth to an answer. I think oxen and wain ropes cannot hail them together. For Andrew, if he were opened, and you find so much blood in his liver as will clog the foot of a flea, I'll eat the rest of the anatomy.
And his opposite, the youth, bears in his visage no great presage of cruelty.
Mm-hmm. Look, where the youngest wren of 9 comes.
If you desire the spleen and will laugh yourself into stitches, follow me. Yon gull, Malvolio, is in yellow stockings.
And cross-gartered?
Most villainously, he does obey every point of the letter that I dropped to betray him. He does smile his face into more lines than is in a new map. You have not seen such a thing as 'tis. I can hardly forbear hurling things at him.
Come, bring us where he is.
I would not by my will have troubled you, but since you make your pleasure of your pains, I will no further chide you.
I could not stay behind you. My desire, more sharp than filed steel, did spur me forth. And not all love to see you, but jealousy what might befall your travel. Being skilless in these parts, which to a stranger, unguided and unfriended, often prove rough and unhospitable.
My kind Antonio, I can no other answer make but thanks and ever thanks. What's to do? Shall we go see the relics of this town?
Tomorrow, sir. Best first go see your lodging.
I am not weary, and 'tis long tonight. I pray you, let us satisfy our eyes with the memorials and the things of fame that do renown this city.
Would you'd pardon me? I do not without danger walk these streets. Once in a sea fight against the Count his galleys, I did some service. Of such note indeed that were I ta'en here, I would scarce be answered.
Belike you slew great number of his people.
The offense is not of such a bloody nature. albeit the quality and the time and quarrel might have well given us bloody argument. It might have since been answered in repaying what we took from them, which, for traffic's sake, most of our city did. Only myself stood out, for which, if I be lapsed in this place, I shall pay dear.
Do not then walk too open.
That does not fit me. Hold, sir, here's my purse. In the south suburbs at the Elephant is best to lodge. I will bespeak our diet, whilst you beguile the time and feed your knowledge with viewing of the town. There shall you have me.
Why I your purse?
Happily your eyes shall light upon some toy you have desired to purchase.
I'll be your purse bearer and leave you for an hour.
To the Elephant.
I do remember.
I have sent after him. He says he'll come. How shall I feast him? What bestow of him? Oh, I speak too loud. Where is Malvolio? He is sad and civil, and suits well for a servant with my fortunes. Where is Malvolio?
He is coming, madam, but in a very strange manner. He is sure possessed, madam.
Why? What's the matter? Does he rave?
No, madam, he does nothing but smile. Your ladyship were best to have some guard about you if he come. For sure the man is tainted in his wits.
Go call him hither. I am as mad as he, if sad and merry madness equal be. Oh, how now, Malvolio?
Sweet lady, ho, ho, ho!
Smilest thou? I sent for thee upon a sad occasion.
Sad lady, I could be sad. This does make some obstruction in the blood, this cross-gartering. But what of that? If it please the eye of one, it is with me as the very true sonnet is. Please one and please all.
Why? How dost thou, man? What is the matter with thee?
It did come to his hands, and command shall be executed. I think we do know the sweet Roman hand.
Wilt thou go to bed, Malvolio?
To bed, aye, sweetheart, and I'll come to thee.
Oh, God comfort thee. Why dost thou smile so and kiss thy hand so oft?
How do you, Malvolio? Why appear you with this ridiculous boldness before my lady?
Be not afraid of greatness. 'Twas well writ.
What meanest thou by that, Malvolio?
Some are born great.
Ah?
Some achieve greatness.
What sayest thou?
And some have greatness thrust upon them.
Heaven restore thee.
Remember who commanded thy yellow stockings.
Thy yellow stockings.
And wish to see thee cross-gartered?
Cross-gartered?
Go to, thou art made, if thou desirest to be so.
Why, this is very midsummer madness.
Madam, the young gentleman of Count Orsino's is returned. I could hardly entreat him back. He attends your ladyship's presence.
I'll come to him. Good Maria, let this fellow be looked to. Where's my Uncle Toby? Let some of my people have special care of him. I would not have him miscarry for the half of my dowry.
Oh ho! Do you come near me now? No worse man than Sir Toby to look to me. She sends him on purpose that I may appear stubborn to him, for she incites me to that in the letter. I have limed her, but it is Jove's doing, and Jove make me thankful. And when she went away now, let this fellow be looked to. Fellow, not Malvolio, nor after my degree, but fellow. Why, everything adheres together, that no dram of scruple, no scruple of a scruple, no obstacle. What can be said? Nothing that can come between me and the full prospect of my hopes. Well, Jove, not I, is the doer of this, and he is to be thanked.
Which way is he in the name of sanctity? If all the devils of hell be drawn in a little, and Legion himself possessed him, yet I'll speak to him.
Here he is, here he is. How is't with you, sir? How is't with you, man?
Go off. I discard you. Let me enjoy my private. Go off
Lo, how hollow the fiend speaks within him. Did not I tell you? Sir Toby, my lady prays you to have a care of him.
Aha, does she so?
Go to, peace. Peace. We must deal gently with him. Let me alone. How do you do, Malvolio? How is't with you? Oh, what man? And defy the devil. Consider he's an enemy to mankind.
Do you know what you say?
La, you speak ill of the devil, how he takes it at heart. Pray God he be not bewitched.
Carry his water to the wise woman.
Marry, and it shall be done tomorrow morning if I live. My lady would not lose him for more than I'll say.
How now, mistress?
Oh, Lord.
Prithee, hold thy peace. This is not the way. Do you not see you move him? Let me alone with him.
No way but gentleness. Gently, gently. The fiend is rough and will not be roughly used.
Why, how now, my barcock? How dost thou, Chuck?
Sir.
Get him to say his prayers, good Sir Toby. Get him to pray.
My prayers, minx.
No, I warrant you, he will not hear of godliness.
Go, hang yourselves all. You are idle, shallow things. I am not of your elements. You shall know more hereafter.
It's impossible.
If this were played upon a stage now, I could condemn it as an improbable fiction.
Why, we shall make him mad indeed.
The house will be quieter.
Come, we'll have him in a dark room and bound. My niece is already in the belief that he's mad. We may carry it thus for our pleasure and his penance till our very pastime, tired out of breath, prompt us to have mercy on him. At which time we will bring the device to the bar and crown thee for a founder of madmen. But see.
Or more matter for a May morning.
Here's the challenge. Read it. I warrant there's vinegar and pepper in it.
Oh, he's so saucy.
It is. I warrant him. But do read.
Give me. Youth, whatsoever thou art but a scurvy fellow.
Good, valiant.
Wonder not, nor admire not in thy mind why I do call thee so, for I will show thee no reason for it.
A good note that keeps you from the blow of the law.
Thou comest to the Lady Olivia, and in my sight she uses thee kindly, but thou liest in thy throat. That is not the matter I challenge thee for.
Very brief and too exceeding good senseless.
I will waylay thee going home, where if it be thy chance to kill me,
Good.
thou killest me like a rogue and a villain.
Still you keep on the windy side of the law. Good.
Fare thee well, and God have mercy upon one of our souls. He may have mercy upon mine, but my hope is better, and so look to thyself. Thy friend, as thou usest him, and thy sworn enemy, Andrew Aguecheek. If this letter move him not, his legs cannot. I'll give it to him.
He is now in some commerce with my lady, and will by and by depart.
Oh, Sir Andrew, scout me for him at the corner, the orchard like a bumbailey. So soon as ever thou seest him, swear horrible. Away!
Nay, let me alone for swearing.
Now will not I deliver this letter, for the behavior of the young gentleman gives him out to be of good capacity and breathing. His employment between his lord and my niece confirms no less. Therefore, this letter, being so excellently ignorant, will breed no terror in the youth. You will find it comes from a clodpole. But, sir, I would deliver his challenge by word of mouth, set upon Aguecheek a notable report of valor, and drive the gentleman, as I know his youth will aptly receive it, into a most hideous opinion of his rage, skill, fury, and impetuosity. This will so fright them both that they will kill one another by the look, like cockatrices.
Here comes your niece.
I will meditate the while upon some horrid message for a challenge.
I have said too much unto a heart of stone, and laid mine honor to unchary out. Here, wear this jewel for me. 'Tis my picture. Refuse it not. It hath no tongue to vex you. And I beseech you, come again tomorrow. What shall you ask of me that I'll deny, that honor saved may upon asking give?
Nothing but this, your true love for my master.
How with mine honor may I give him that which I have given to you?
I will acquit you.
Come again tomorrow. Fare thee well. A fiend like thee might bear my soul to hell.
Gentlemen, God save thee.
And you, sir?
That defense thou hast, but take thee to it. Of what nature the wrongs are thou hast done him, I know not, but thy interceptor, full of despite, bloody as the hunter, attends thee at the orchard end. Dismount thy talk, beware in thy preparations, for thy assailant is quick, skillful, and deadly.
Oh, you mistake, sir. I am sure no man hath any quarrel to me. My remembrance is very free and clear from any image of offense done to any man.
You'll find it otherwise, I assure you. Therefore, if you hold your life at any price, betake you to your guard, for your opposite hath in him what youth, strength, skill, and wrath can furnish man withal.
I pray you, sir, what is he?
He is night, and a devil in a private brawl. Souls and bodies hath he divorced 3, and his incensement at this moment is so implacable, and the satisfaction can be none but by pangs of death and sepulchre.
I will return again into the house and desire some conduct of the lady. I am no fighter. I have heard of some kind of men that put quarrels purposely on others to taste their valor. Belike this man is of that quirk?
Sir, no. His indignation derives itself out of a very competent injury. Therefore, get you on and give him his desire.
This is as uncivil as strange. I beseech you, do me this courteous office, as to know of the knight what my offense to him is. It is something of my negligence, nothing of my purpose.
I will do so. Signor Fabian, stay you by this gentleman till my return.
Pray you, sir, do you know of this matter?
I know the knight is incensed against you, even to a mortal arbitrament, but nothing of the circumstance more.
I beseech you, what manner of man is he?
He is indeed, sir, the most skillful, bloody, and fatal opposite you could possibly have found in any part of Illyria. Will you walk towards him? I will make your peace with him if I can.
I shall be much bound to you for it. I am one that had rather go with Sir Priest than Sir Knight. I care not who knows so much of my mettle.
Why, man, he's a very devil.
Oh, pox on it. I'll not meddle with him.
Aye, but he will not now be pacified. Fabian can scarce hold him yonder.
Plague on it. And I thought he had been valiant. I'd have seen him damned ere I'd have challenged him. Let the matter slip, and I'll give him my horse, a grey capelet.
I'll make the motion. Stand here. Make a good show on't. This shall end without the perdition of souls. Mary, I'll ride your horse as well as I ride you. I have his horse to take up the quarrel. I have persuaded him the youth's of devil.
He is as horribly conceited of him.
There's no remedy, sir. He will fight. With you for oath's sake. Mary, he protests he will not hurt you.
Great God, defend me. The little thing would make me tell them how much I lack of a man.
Give ground if you see him furious.
Come, Sir Andrew, there's no remedy. The gentleman will, for his honor's sake, have one bout with you, but he has promised me, as he is a gentleman and a soldier, he will not hurt you. Come on to it.
Pray God he keep his oath.
I do assure you, 'tis against my will.
Put up your weapon. If this young gentleman have done offense, I take the fault on me. If you offend him, I for him defy you.
You, sir? Why, what are you?
One servant that for his love dares yet do more than you have heard him brag to you he will.
Nay, if you be an undertaker, I am for you.
Good Sir Toby, hold! Here come the officers.
I'll be with you anon.
Pray, sir, put your weapon up if you please.
Oh, marry will I, sir, for that I promised you. I'll be as good as my word. He will bear you easily and reigns well.
I arrest thee at the suit of Count Orsino.
You do mistake me, sir.
No, sir, no jot. I know your favor well, though now you have no sea cap on your head. Take him away. He knows I know him well.
I must obey. This comes with seeking you, but there's no remedy. I shall answer it. What will you do now my necessity makes me to ask you for my purse? You stand amazed, but be of comfort.
Come, sir, away.
I must entreat you for some of that money.
What money, sir? For the fair kindness you have showed me here, and part being prompted by your present trouble out of my lean and low ability, I'll lend you something. My having is not much. Hold. Here's half my coffer.
Will you deny me now? Is it possible my deserts to you can lack persuasion? Do not tempt my misery, lest it make me so unsound a man as to upbraid you for those unkindnesses that I've done you.
I know of none, nor know I you by any voice or feature. I hate ingratitude more in a man than lying, vainness, babbling drunkenness.
Heavens themselves!
Come, sir, I pray you. Go.
Let me speak a little. This youth that you see here, I snatched one half out of the jaws of death, relieved him with such sanctity of love, and to his image, which methought did promise most venerable worth, did I devotion.
That to us. The time goes by. Away.
But oh, how vile an idol proves this god. Thou hast, Sebastian, done good feature shame.
The other man grows mad. Away with him. Come, sir. Come.
Lead me on.
Methinks his words do from such passion fly that he believes himself. So do not I. Prove true, imagination. Oh, prove true that I, dear brother, be now ta'en for you.
Come hither, knight. Come hither, Fabian. We'll whisper o'er a couplet or two of most sage sauce.
He named Sebastian. I my brother know, yet living in my glass. Even such and so in favor was my brother. And he went still in this fashion, color, ornament, for him I imitate. Oh, if it prove tempests are kind and salt waves fresh in love.
A very dishonest paltry boy, and more a coward than a hare. His dishonesty appears in leaving his friend here in necessity and denying him. And for his cowardship, ask Fabian.
A coward, most devout coward, religious in it.
Slid all after him and beat him again.
Adieu! Cuff him soundly.
Come, let's see the event.
I dare lay any money 'twill be nothing yet. Ha ha!
Will you make me believe that I am not sent for you?
Go to, thou art a foolish fellow. Let me be clear of thee.
Well held out in faith. No, I do not know you, nor I am not sent to you by my lady to bid you come speak with her, nor your name is not Master Cesario, nor this not my nose neither. Nothing that is so is so.
I prithee, vent thy folly somewhere else. Thou knowest not me.
Vent my folly. Oh, he has heard that word of some great man and now applies it to a fool. Vent my folly. I prithee now, ungird thy strangeness and tell me what I shall vent to my lady. Shall I vent to her that thou art coming?
I prithee, foolish Greek, depart from me. There's money for thee. If you tarry longer, I shall give worse payment.
Now, sir, have I met you again? There's for you.
Oh, why, there's for thee, and there, and there. Are all the people mad?
Oh, hold, sir.
This will I tell my lady straight. I would not be in some of your coats for tuppence.
But come on, sir, hold.
Nay, let him alone. I'll go another way to work with him. I'll have an action of battery against him if there be any law in Illyria, though I struck him first. Yeah, yet it's no matter for that.
Let go thy hand.
Come, sir, I will not let you go.
Hold, Toby! On thy life, I charge thee, hold!
Madam!
Will it ever be thus? Ungracious wretch, fit for the mountains and the barbarous caves where manners ne'er were preached. Out of my sight! Oh, be not offended, dear Cesario. Rudesby, be gone!
Ah!
I pray thee, gentle friend, let thy fair wisdom, not thy passion, sway in this uncivil and this unjust extent against thy peace. Go with me to my house, and hear thou there how many fruitless pranks this ruffian hath botched up, that thereby may smile at this. Thou shalt not choose but go, do not deny. Beshrew his soul for me. He started one poor heart of mine in thee.
What relish is in this? How runs the stream? Or am I mad, or else this is a dream? Oh, let fancy still my sense in Lethe steep. If it be thus to dream, oh, still let me sleep.
Nay, come, I prithee, would thou'st be ruled by me?
Madam, I will.
Say so, and so be.
Hey, Robin, gentle Robin, tell me how thy lady does.
Fool!
Who calls? Ha!
Good fool! Never was man thus wronged. Do not think I am mad. They have laid me here in hideous darkness, as ever thou wilt deserve well at my hand. Help me to a candle and pen and ink and paper. As I am a gentleman, I will live to be thankful to thee for it.
Master Malvolio?
Aye, good fool.
Alas, sir, how fell you besides your 5 wits?
Fool, there was never a man so notoriously abused. I am as well in my wits, fool, as thou art.
But as well, then you are mad indeed, if you be no better in your wits than a fool.
They have here propertied me, keep me in darkness, and do all they can to face me out of my wits. Good fool, help me to some light and some paper, and convey what I will set down to my lady. It shall advantage thee more than ever the being of letter did.
Wait, I will help you to it, but tell me true, are you not mad indeed, or do you but counterfeit?
Believe me, I am not. I tell thee true.
Nay, I'll ne'er believe a madman till I see his brains. I will fetch you light and paper and ink.
Fool, I'll requite it in the highest degree. I prithee, be gone.
I am gone, sir, and anon, sir. I'll be with you again. Adieu, good man, devil.
This is the air. That is the glorious sun. This pearl she gave me, I do feel it and see it. And though 'tis wonder that enwraps me thus, yet 'tis not madness. Where's Antonio then? I could not find him at the Elephant, yet there he was, and there I found his credit that he did range the town to seek me out. His counsel might now do me golden service. Oh, but here the lady comes.
Blame not this haste of mine. If you mean well, now go with me and with this holy man into the chantry by, there before him, plight me the full assurance of your fate, that my most jealous and too doubtful soul may live at peace. What do you say?
I'll follow this good man and go with you, and having sworn truth, ever will be true.
Then lead the way, good father, and heaven so shine, that they may fairly note this act of mine.
Now, as thou lovest me, let me see his letter.
Good Master Fabian, grant me another request.
Anything?
Do not desire to see this letter.
Belong you to Lady Olivia, friends?
Aye, sir, we are some of her trappings.
Let your lady know I am here to speak with her.
I go, sir.
Here comes the man, sir, that did rescue me.
Yes, that face of his I do remember well. Yet when I saw it last, it was besmeared as black as Vulcan in the smoke of war. What's the matter?
Well, this is that Antonio that took the Phoenix and her fraught from Candy. And this is he that did the tiger board when your young nephew Titus lost his leg. Here in the streets, desperate of shame and state, in private rebel did we apprehend him.
He did me kindness, sir, drew on my side, but in conclusion put strange speech upon me. I know not what it was, but distraction.
Notable pirate, thou saltwater thief, what foolish boldness brought thee to their mercies, whom thou, in terms so bloody and so dear, hast made thine enemies?
Orsino, noble sir, a witchcraft drew me hither. That most great ungrateful boy there by your side, from the rude seas and raged and foamy mouth, did I redeem. A wreck past hope he was. His life I gave him, and did thereto add my love, without retention or restraint, all his in dedication. For his sake did I expose myself, pure for his love, into the danger of this adverse town. Stood to defend him when he was beset, and for being apprehended, his false cunning, not meaning to partake with me in danger, taught him to face me out of his acquaintance.
How can this be?
When came he to this town?
Today, my lord, and for 3 months before. No interim, not a minute's vacancy. Both day and night did we keep company.
Here comes the Countess. Now heaven walks on earth. But for thee, fellow, thy words are madness. 3 months this youth had tended upon me, but more on that anon. Take him aside.
What would my lord, but that he may not have, wherein Olivia may seem serviceable? Cesario, you do not keep your promise with me.
Madam.
Gracious Olivia.
What do you say, Cesario?
My lord would speak. My duty hushes me.
If it be odd to the old tune, my lord, it is as fat and fulsome to mine ear as howling after music.
Still so cruel.
Still so constant, lord.
What, perverseness? What shall I do?
Even what it please, my lord, that shall become him.
Why should I not? Had I the heart to do it, kill what I love. A savage jealousy that sometimes savors nobly, but hear me this. Since you to non-regardance cast my faith, and that I partly know the instrument that screws me from my true place in your favor, live you the marble-breasted tyrant still. But this, your minion, whom I know you love, and whom by heaven I swear I tender dearly, him I will tear out of that cruel eye where he sits crowned in his master's spite. Come, boy, with me. My thoughts are ripe in mischief. I'll sacrifice the lamb that I do love to spite a raven's heart within a dove.
And I, most jocund, apt, and willingly, to do you rest 1,000 deaths would die.
Where goes Cesario?
After him I love. More than I love these eyes, more than my life, more by all moors than e'er I shall love wife.
By me, detested. How am I beguiled? Oh.
Who does beguile you? Who does you wrong?
Hast thou forgot thyself? Is it so long? Call forth the Holy Father.
Come away.
Whither, my lord? Sorry. Husband, stay.
Husband.
Husband. Can he that deny?
Her husband, Sirrah.
No, my lord, not I.
Fear not, Cesario. Take thy fortunes up. Come on. Welcome, Father. Father, I charge thee, by thy reverence, here to unfold what thou dost know hath newly passed between this youth and me.
A contract of eternal bond of love, confirmed by mutual joinder of your hands, attested by the holy close of lips, strengthened by my interchangement of your rings, and the ceremony of this compact sealed in my function by my testimony, since when my watch hath told me toward my grave, I have traveled but 2 hours.
Oh, thou dissembling cub, what wilt thou be when time hath sowed a grizzle on thy case? Farewell, and take her, but direct thy feet where thou and I henceforth may never meet.
My lord, I do protest.
You must swear. Hold little faith, though thou hast too much fear.
No, for the love of God, a surgeon, send one presently for Sir Toby.
What's the matter?
Oh, he has broke my head across, and has given Sir Toby a bloody coxcomb too. For the love of God, your help! I had rather than £40 I were at home.
Who has done this, Sir Andrew?
The Count's gentleman, one Cesario. We took him for a coward. He's the very devil incarnate.
My gentleman Cesario.
Odds lifelings, here he is. You broke my head for nothing, and that I did. I was sent on to do it by Sir Toby.
Why you speak to me? I never hurt you. You drew your weapon on me without cause, but I bespoke you fair and hurt you not.
If a bloody coxcomb be a hurt, you have hurt me. I think you said nothing by a bloody coxcomb. Here comes Sir Toby, halting. You shall hear more, but if he had not been in drink, he would have tickled you other gates than he did.
Oh, how now, gentlemen, how is't with you?
That's all one. Has hurt me. And there's the anod. So, did see Dick Surgeon, sot.
Oh, he's drunk, Sir Toby. An hour agone, his eyes were set at 8 a.m.
And he's a rogue. I hate a drunken rogue.
Away with him. Who hath made this havoc with them?
I'll help you, Sir Toby, because well be dressed together.
Will you help? An asshead and a coxcomb and a knave, a thin-faced knave
Let
of
him to
God.
bed and let his hurt be looked to.
I am sorry, madam, I have hurt your kinsman, but had it been the brother of my blood, I must have done no less with wit and safety. You throw a strange regard upon me, and by that I do perceive it hath offended you. Pardon me, sweet one, even for the vows we made each other but so late ago.
One face, one voice, one habit, and two persons, a natural perspective that is and is not.
Antonio, oh, my dear Antonio, how the hours have racked and tortured me since I have lost thee.
Sebastian, are you?
Fearest thou that, Antonio?
How have you made division of yourself? An apple cleft in two is not more twin than these two creatures. Which is Sebastian?
Oh, most wonderful.
Do I stand there? I never had a brother. I had a sister whom the blind waves and surges have devoured. Of Charity, what kin are you to me? What countryman? What name? What parentage? Messalene, Sebastian was my father. Such a Sebastian was my brother too. So went he suited to his watery tomb. Were you a woman, as the rest goes even, I should let my tears fall upon your cheek and say, thrice welcome, drowned Viola. If nothing lets to make us happy both, but this my masculine usurped attire, do not embrace me till each circumstance of place, time, fortune do cohere and jump that I am Viola. So it comes it, lady, you have been mistook, but nature to her bias drew in that you would have been contracted to a maid.
If this be so, as yet the glass seems true, I shall have share in this most happy wreck. Boy, thou hast said to me 1,000 times, thou never shouldst love a woman like me.
And all those sayings will I overswear, and those swearings keep as true in soul as doth that orbed continent the fire that severs day from night.
Give me thy hand, and let me see thee in thy woman's weeds.
The captain that did bring me first on shore hath my maid's garments. He upon some action is now in durance at Malvolio's suit, a gentleman and a follower of my lady's.
We shall enlarge him. Fetch Malvolio hither. And yet, alas, now I remember me. They say, poor gentleman, he's much distract. Oh, how does he, sirrah?
Truly, madam, he holds Beelzebub at the staves end, as well as a man in his case may do. Has here writ a letter to you. I should have given it to you this morning, but as a madman's epistles are no gospels, so it skills not much when they are delivered.
Open it and read it.
Look then to be well edified when the fool delivers the madman. By the Lord, madam!
Oh, no, I'm not mad.
No, madam, but I do but read madness, and your ladyship will have it as it ought to be. You must allow vox.
Read it you, sirrah.
By the Lord, madam, you wrong me, and the world shall know it. You have put me into darkness and given your drunken cousin rule over me. Yet I have the benefit of my senses as well as your ladyship. I have your own letter that induced me to the semblance I put on, with the which I doubt not to but myself much right, or you much shame. Think of me as you please. I leave my duty a little unthought and speak out of my injury. The madly used Malvolio.
Did he write this?
Yeah,
This savors not much of distraction.
See him delivered. Fabian, bring him hither. My lord, so please you. These things further thought on, to think of me as well a sister as a wife. One day shall crown the alliance on it, so please you, here at my house and at my proper cost.
Madam, I am most apt to embrace your offer. Your master quits you, and for your service done to him, so much against the metal of your sex, so far beneath your soft and tender breeding, and since you'd called me master for so long, here is my hand. You shall, from this time, be your master's mistress.
Sister, you are she. How now, Malvolio?
Madam, you have done me wrong, notorious wrong.
Have I, Malvolio? No.
Lady, you have. Pray you, peruse that letter. You must not now deny it is your hand, or say 'tis not your seal, nor your invention. You can say none of this. Well, grant it then, and tell me, in the modesty of honor, why you have given me such a clear light of favor, bade me come smiling and cross-gartered to you to put on yellow stockings and to frown upon Sir Toby and the lighter people, and acting this in an obedient hope, why you have suffered me to be imprisoned, kept in a dark house, visited by the priest, and made the most notorious geck and gull that e'er invention played on. Tell me why.
Alas, Malvolio, this is not my writing, though I confess, much like the character, but out of question 'tis Mariah's hand. And now I do bethink me, it was she first told me thou wast mad. Then camest in smiling, and in such forms which here were presupposed upon thee in the letter. Prithee, be content. This practice hath most shrewdly passed on thee. But when we know the grounds and authors of it, thou shalt be both the plaintiff and the judge of thine own cause.
Good madam, hear me speak, and let no quarrel nor no brawl to come taint the condition of this present hour, which I have wondered at. In hope it shall not, most freely I confess, myself and Toby set this device against Malvolio here, upon some stubbornness and uncourteous parts we have conceived against him. For I have writ the letter at Sir Toby's great importance, in recompense whereof he hath married her. How with a sportful malice it was followed, may rather pluck on laughter than revenge, if that the injuries be just weighed that have on both sides passed.
Alas, poor fool, how they have baffled thee.
Why, some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrown upon them. But do you remember? Madam, I laugh at you, such a barren rascal, and you smile not, he's gagged. And thus the whirligig of time brings in his revenges.
I'll be revenged on the whole pack of you.
He hath been most notoriously abused.
Pursue him and entreat him to a peace. He hath not told us of the captain yet. When that is known and golden time convents, a solemn combination shall be made of our dear souls. Meantime, sweet sister, we will not part from hence. Cesario, come, for you shall be, while you are a man. But when in other habits you are seen, Orsino's mistress and his fancy's queen.
When then I was a little tiny boy with a hey-ho, the wind and the rain, a foolish thing was but a toy, for the rain it raineth every day. But when I came to man's estate with a hey-ho, the wind and the rain against knaves and thieves men shut their gate, for the rain it raineth every day. But when I came, alas, to wive with a hey-ho, the wind and the rain, by swaggering could I never thrive, for the rain it raineth every day. Great while ago the world began with a hey-ho, the wind and the rain, but that's all one, our play is done, and we'll strive to please you every day.
In William Shakespeare's Twelfth Night, the part of Orsino was played by Langston Cotman. Valentine and the Priest by Mark Jefferson. Viola and Sebastian by Meg Lebeau. The Captain and the Officer by Brad Sperber. Sir Toby Belch by Michael Novello. Sir Andrew Aguecheek by Sam Felsenthal. Maria by Liz Porter. Festi by Richie Porter. Olivia by Sophie Cameron. Malvolio by Keith Anderson. Antonio by Kit Newman. And Fabian by Maddie Sperber-White. Thank you for joining us tonight for the theatre group's performance reading of Twelfth Night. As always, if you enjoyed the show and would like to see more theatre group readings, please consider making a donation in whatever amount at our website luminastudio.org. We certainly appreciate all you can do to support the treasure of live theatre. We hope you will join us for our next YouTube performance reading of the double bill Noel Coward's Still Life and Terence Radigan's Harlequinade. Thank you once again, and have a great night.